Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark video. It's Topical Tuesday where we go over the top posts on the subreddit over the last week and we see what's been going on. Unsurprisingly, it's probably going to be a lot to do with Brel, though I don't really know. This week has been quite busy for me. In between progging, in between trying to get my MapleStory stuff done, in between doing my work, in between birthday stuff. It's been a lot of back-to-back stuff for me. So, I have very little idea what's going on here. But we're gonna find out together. Isn't that the fun part of it all? Let's see here. I will open this one meme just because it makes me laugh. Oh, man. Let's open up a couple more of these beaches. I fucking love MapleStory music, man. I say it all the time, but it's just so good. Beginner, oh fuck, did not mean to click that. Flashbang, sorry. Beginner support to veteran support. Eat heal ball, mad at moonfall buff. Very true. This should be a meme, not art. How dare you? It's true though. Oh, it's fucking white coffee. Never mind. White coffee, my goat. It's cute though. Rox and Matt as NPCs for the event. I saw this. I haven't seen them in-game, but goddamn. Matt built like an absolute unit. They look so out of place, but it's funny. You didn't let your NPCs load properly or something. They're scuffed. Oh, the Discord screenshot link is fucked. Ooh, the content is no longer available. You hate to see it. I guess we'll never be able to see an unscuffed Rox and Matt. I mean, you guys have already seen it, let's be honest. I think I'm free. After years of grinding since launch, for the first time ever, I don't feel like I need to play Lost Ark. Usually when a new raid comes, I go and try and beat it. But this time, I just don't have any feelings about playing the game anymore. No FOMO, no sunk cost fallacy keeping me. I'm just finished. I'm looking forward to playing other games at the moment, and some that are coming up. It's a fun time, and the reason why I'm sure I won't be picking up this game for a long time is because the game does not like returning players. By the time I ever decide to come back, I already know there will be barely any pro groups, and barely any groups for that matter that will accept someone who's been gone for longer than a month. 07, have fun, boys and girls. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the thing that happens to a lot of people, I think. Especially in games like this, where maybe nothing major even really happens, but just one day you log in and it hits you and you're like, I really don't want to do this, and rather than forcing myself to do this, I'm not going to force myself to do this, and then I just kind of go and do other things. And I'm not somebody who struggles too much with this kind of stuff. Like, if I want to take a break, I'll take a break. I've taken multiple breaks. I mean, I'm still taking a break now, technically. Like, I'm still raiding, but I'm not, like, playing the game outside of that. And, I mean, if it wasn't for my static, I probably wouldn't be playing the game. But it's just kind of one of those things that, like, I feel this exact same way, which is why I was taking a break. I would rather be doing anything else than playing Lost Ark. So, when I get to that point, I reassess my priorities, and I'm like, okay, well, I will then spend less time doing this. And it's hard with a game like Lost Ark, because like this guy says, if you're not somebody who wants to spend money, you need to spend time, and if you're not spending time because you're not playing the game, then it becomes exponentially harder to return, especially if you still don't want to spend money. It's not impossible, but it's not a fun or enjoyable experience. And, I mean, Lost Ark in itself is one of those games that it's like he kind of mentions that if you stop playing for any substantial amount of time, it makes it that much harder to return to playing the game. I don't know, it's just one of those things. Game systems foster unnecessary anxiety and frustration, with little to no in-game incentive for long-term players to help newer or returning without incurring significant losses. There's just a lack of collaborative community bridging the damaged, less experienced gap. Game values experience leans in profit over player experience, unfortunately. The game values leans in profit over player experience. I think what that means it's supposed to be the game values lean in profit over... Okay, I don't know why I was struggling so hard to read that. The game values lean in profit over player experience, not leans. My brain is fried, man. I need to go to bed. I just got done doing some work, but I need to go to bed after I record this. And then by the time I wake up, I'll probably be raiding some more. Oh, man. It is what it is. Have a nice break. I hope if you return it's to a helpful community no matter your item level. Very true. Used to say this and still do about Destiny. I'm saying this about Lost Ark now. Game is a definition of wasted potential. I love the game despite the game not loving me back. I feel that all too well, man. Love raiding with my friends, but god, the game could have been so much more. I truly believe you had Lost Ark's core, the combat and raiding, but the game meant to be aimed at a Western audience with the pay to win, the terrible systems, etc. The game would be top MMO. Yeah, I mean, it's very easy to say that though, right? Like, I definitely I hate playing devil's advocate because I think too many people do this for no benefit other than to be an annoying asshole. But I do think that it's kind of like, if you removed everything bad from the game, then it would be really good type angle. And it's like, yeah, no shit. But I also do agree in the sense that Korean or Asian made MMOs, or games in general, not even MMOs, are typically much more predatory because the culture there is much different than here. So there really hasn't been a game made by a Western development team that is like Lost Ark. There are games that are vaguely similar, kind of, but not really. So yeah, I do get it. And I do agree. It just kind of sucks, because it's like, what are you going to do? Nothing, lol. Nothing, lol. I'm not leaving the game because I still love it, but I feel you in every point. Yeah, I mean, if you enjoy... The main baseline of things is, if you're having fun, keep doing the thing that's going to bring you fun. If you're not having fun, change the thing and do something that will make you have fun. You know what I mean? That's really it. You know, it's a video game. It's supposed to be fun. This is funny. If you don't know, when Brelshaza Gate 2, in the new raid, when she casts her black hole in phase 1, for some reason she talks to you in French. And it's very amusing. And one of my friends posted this in our Discord, and it just made me laugh. I don't know what else to say. It's a funny meme. It's a funny meme, man. Genuine question, why are we getting Econ books in Brel? Yeah, that's a good question. Why are you getting Econ books in Brelshaza? Also, maybe this is a controversial opinion, but why are you also getting a fucking legendary book in Brelshaza? Am I crazy to say that just a relic book should be guaranteed? Am I gonna get crucified for that opinion? I don't know, man. Just Guard is a horrible mechanic. It literally adds nothing to the gameplay, especially since everyone has a different timing. Sometimes it's right after the flash, sometimes it's 1 second after the flash. It's just a shittier version of counter that will get you one shot if you are 0.5 milliseconds too early or too late. At least make the timings more consistent, that if you press G after the flash is yellow, you block. So, I completely agree with this. I mean, I don't necessarily agree that I think Just Guard is a horrible mechanic, but I think the way that it's implemented is not good, and it is more frustrating than anything at some points. And I think all of it has to do with the inconsistency. Like, this is something I was actually talking to my Static about not too long ago, like when we were doing Gate 1 Prog. It's just that the timing of every Just Guard is seemingly completely different, and it's not based on animations at all. Well, I mean, it is based on animations, but you have to know the animation. What I mean is it's not based on, like, the flash or the bar filling up. Because you know how, like, some effects have ground indicators, and sometimes the ground indicator fills up. You expect the ground indicator to then indicate that the thing is going off, which is why it filled up, right? But that's not always the case. And sometimes if you wait until you see the flash, and you press the button when you see the flash, sometimes you did it too early. That should never be the case. If you see an indicator for the thing, and you react accordingly to the thing that you saw, you should always get the mechanic pass. Like, am I crazy? But that's not always the case with some of these just guard patterns, and you just have to know, you just have to remember and know by trial and error. And it's very frustrating. Especially since now with Brel, there are so many different just guard patterns. I don't know, it is definitely a pain point with just guard. Today I attempted to grab a healing bubble by pressing G, but instead attempted to just guard right in front of it. This has happened to me once too. That's how it goes. What pains me the most is the timing can be kind of weird because the G block animation itself is very long, but the block window is shorter. At least that's what it feels like. Yeah. And then this guy's getting into the fucking weeds of it. Like most action games, the parry has a few frames of startup, generous amount of active frames, and then a number of recovery frames. I mean, yeah, I get it. But I also know what this guy is talking about. Your character is in an animation of blocking. You're not, like, out of the animation, but if you're just out of guard frames. I don't know. The indicator having no correlation at timing is awful. At least counter indicator is a fair indicator of what's going to happen and what time you have to interact with it. Well, yeah, like this guy is saying that's not really true. There's some counters if you weren't already in counter animation, you weren't hitting it. There are some counters that are like complete bullshit, but the amount of complete bullshit counters are far lower than just guards. And generally speaking, with counters, you get what you see on the box. It's not 100% guarantee, but it's better than just guard. Any Hoosers. Gatekeeping sucks and Smilegate is to blame. Just wanted to rant. I consider myself a casual player. I play the game for a few months at a time, then quit to play something else. Eventually I'll come back and play again. Right now I have 3 characters I play on, 1645 mains, 1600 alts, and then more characters that are under 1580 that I barely play. When the Makoko event was happening, it was easy to get in the lobbies, but the event is gone and I've been gate-kept, rightfully so, because I understand people would not want to risk their runs. I consider my main properly built. It has level 6 tier level 4. Holy shit, that is an impossible phrase to say. It has 6 tier 4 level 6 gems. 646, man, what the fuck? Some event and some non-event. 3 tier 3 level 8 gems. Holy shit. My brain is struggling. 40 set elixirs, trans, etc. All that good shit. Low roster level gatekeep, DD 30, LOS 18, no title. Usually solo a lot of content, applied to a ton of groups. The only groups I get in were people on eye level with similar roster or people on rats, quote quote. Ended up getting jailed in Gate 2 because people rage after one wipe. I don't blame people for gatekeeping. It's frustrating being forced to do a raid that isn't soloable, and it's hard to do it at the min item level if you don't have card sets, high level gems, titles, etc. I mean, I guess Behemoth technically isn't min 1645, but I mean, I'm factoring in the plus 20, so it's a 1620 raid, but you get to 1640 instantly. So I mean, 1645 is basically minimum item level, right? But I get the idea. Do I really need to be 30 plus item levels above the raid to pass it? I mean, no, but people want overgeared people to make the run faster, and if somebody does fuck up, then it doesn't matter as much. I'm not going to read the rest of this because my voice is dying, but I get the sentiment of this post. People say find a guild to do raids with. Most guilds that play the game consistently have requirements. Remains to be 1680. I've been told to find learning parties. Tried it. Most servers only do it for endgame like Aegir and Brel. Yeah, I mean, there's no good solution for this, and this has been a problem for as long as I can remember. And I mean, this is something that I've been talking about for as long as I can remember. It's just, the game is not new player friendly, and I don't know how you fix it, right? I think the way to fix it would be changing the core systems in the game, which is just something that's never gonna happen. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And yeah, since my voice is kind of dying, I think I'm going to end it there. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I will see you guys all in the next one. Make sure to like the video if you like it, subscribe, all that good stuff. And thank you to my YouTube members. It's Biscuits Ender Diz, Remix My Life, I'm Nufo. I love all of you guys so very much. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!